What is good, my people, my peeps? What is good? I thought I'd stop in real quick to check in. Y'all, how is the weather where you're at? I'm telling y'all, the weather has been crazy. Like the last couple of days, it has been like this thick fog for the last 3 days. I was looking at some videos, and I don't know if y'all seen San Diego. San Diego is flooded. Okay, it looked bad, y'all, and it's only gonna get worse for California. It's only gonna get worse for California because I don't know if you guys are aware that there's supposed to have been a big chunk of a iceberg that has broken off, and it's now this is how I understand it. It has broken off and has entered into the ocean, but the ocean water where it entered is warmer than usual, and so it's causing not only from the just the massive amount of ice that broke off, like a ripple effect, but it's also causing the water levels to rise, and so all of the coast of California is supposed to be flooding. Are they? Now they say they're supposed to suspect tsunamis as well. So you folks in California, I pray for you. Um, but I want to say I think it's gonna affect New York too because I've been saying those two coastlines, those two spots, and they've been saying forever that California is supposed to sink. It's supposed to go under the water, and in this day and time that we're in, with all these weather phenomenons, you best believe if I lived in California, I would be making second plans, especially if I lived along the coastline to get inland some more, move inland, because the plates are definitely shifting and changing. I just got a phone call. I just got. They hate when I get on live, boy. But yeah, I was checking in because I said this weather down here in Texas ain't no joke. It's just been foggy. Like some of y'all might be too young for that movie, but the fog is just thick. But when I seen the flood in San Diego, that was something. That was something to see. That was something to see. Matter of fact, I think later I will post. I'll make a video just in case you haven't seen it on the news or you don't know about the different weather phenomena. Now we know that the government has weather machines, cloud machines, HARP, even machines to technology. Let me say technology to manipulate the weather. Here, when it froze over here in Texas in 2021, I even took ice and lit it, and it just like burnt. It didn't melt. Like ice should melt immediately. It not. It burnt. It left like a black soot. So the snow is mixed with something, right? Some kind of chemical. And that was 2021, but I knew about the snow and all of that a long time ago. And I mean a long time ago, because I remember telling my mom and some family when we were like at a family get together about HARP and how the government has machines to manipulate the weather. And I remember they were looking at me like I was just out there, just like I was, they just couldn't understand. And then I remember my mom talking like, ain't nobody can manipulate the weather. Only the Most High, can manipulate the weather. And it just, and I didn't argue with her or anything at the time or debate that but that when I learned about HARP and all that, that was a long time ago. I think that was even before I was even I realized that I was even targeted, right? So it's just amazing that all these weather phenomena are happening. But I trust and believe. I do not feel 100% that they are all orchestrated by the government or and the technology that they have to use when it comes to the weather, right? But they got their hand in it, okay? We have to understand that sun up there is heating up. They already have how I was showing you guys photos this past summer of Nubaru in the sky. The red Kachina, some of you guys may know it by that name. The red Kachina, the blue Kachina has already been spotted, and then the red Kachina, which is known by its name Nubaru, has already in the sky, right? I was showing you when I witnessed it this past summer, but that is also known as the destroyer star system. Some people feel that it's also a ship. Some people feel that it's also like a spaceship too. But it's been documented in so many texts on walls, ancient writings regarding Nubaru. Okay, and so that's in our solar system, and it's causing havoc as well with the weather phenomenon. So, honey, the government got a little help. I don't even know why they even tried to manipulate the weather, because Nubaru is gonna show up and turn the heck out. Nubaru goes, it showed up, it goes show out. Okay, so they didn't need to manipulate the weather. They got floods in San Francisco. No, well, not San Francisco, but I'm sure it's gonna be in San Francisco soon. But they got the floods in San Diego. I mean, this water came in the way it blew down the doors of this bar. It was unfreaking believable. And people were walking. What I didn't understand is, did they not have like a flash flood warning? I mean, it was all downtown San Diego, all of this water. But the people, when I show this video, I'm gonna make a video for y'all and show y'all. Uh, they were walking outside as like they didn't hear no water rushing. They didn't hear anything, honey. That water came and hit them people outside, and I don't know what it did to the lady, but it looked like it made her hit the wall of the door. It was a glass French doors, and the water looked like it made her hit into the French doors and then carried her away, and just rushed into the doggone bar, honey, and then flooded the bar, and then another second wave came into the bar and turned off the lights in the bar. Let me tell you something. I don't know. Whoever sees this video, I know by now. If you haven't heard it on my platform, I'm sure by now you have heard it on other people's platforms about getting ready. Not even if somebody is saying it's the end times, because I know I say we are in the end times, meaning that there's a shift. There's a shift here, meaning that this realm is changing. But people, you know, they're asleep. I mean, that's the only way you can explain people who think everything is everything. This weather system is over. Okay, this is going to be a new weather system. When I told you guys this past summer that the heat in your planet inner core is rising. Okay, the heat from the outer atmosphere is rising. So some folks ain't gonna be able to stand this heat come this summer. They're wondering why. Come on out, cause I'm swinging now. You can come on. They're wondering why, like this summer, because we just now got this cold alert late January. It's almost February, right? And we got an alert for it to freeze. Um, but it's been warm, y'all. It's been so warm, and this is unusual even for Texas during the wintertime, especially in like mid December. Well, late October is it's supposed to start getting cold here in Texas. Then going up into December, and then the real cold starts. It's been warm damn near all of December, and so I seen butterflies. The grass was still green. The grass was greening, okay? When the grass, the grass is on a cycle, so it should have been brown and asleep. Honey. It's been greening. It was growing just like it was the springtime here in Texas. And I am not the only one who has, come out and told you guys about, the odd warm weather in places where they should have had snow already, and they're going through their cycles of seasons. It's off. It's over. It's a wrap. It's finito. This is a change. The system, the cycle. It's here. It's upon us. That's why San Diego has that flash flood of all of that water, is because the oceans are warming up. They're melting those chunks, those huge ice bergs, and a big massive chunk has fallen off into the ocean, and now all of that water from the cold and the warmth of the ocean water that's not supposed to be as warm as it is has caused a chain reaction. And so now all of that water is coming towards California, and San Diego has already caught quite a bit of it. And there's supposed to be, I think today, matter of fact, yeah, today there was an alert for a tsunami by San Diego, California. That ain't, well, not as long as I've been alive that I know. When I started paying attention to the weather and everything, I have never heard of a tsunami in San Diego, California, hitting San Diego, California. Never. Not. I mean, somebody might can fact check that, but I have never heard. I've heard of tsunamis, in Japan, in Taiwan, those areas. Maybe I've never really even heard one hitting the coast of California. Now we have, like, they've had bad hurricanes and things of that nature, but nothing that bad as a tsunami. In tsunami, the walls of the water are high. The walls of the water are high. So this is going to be very interesting. We are living definitely in interesting times, and beautiful times. Although they're going to be hectic, although that these times that we are in most definitely will be interesting to say the least. So I just was dropping on here really quick to check in and see how you all are doing out there regarding the weather phenomenons around the world. I mean, they've been just massive earthquakes taking effect. I mean, since the beginning of their new year, the one they just started in January on the 1st, massive earthquakes and tsunamis, and a tsunami warning for San Diego, California. Y'all be easy out there. Um, Let me say this: when you see how quickly the weather can change your day, and how quickly the weather can alter. The weather can alter your your plans, right? How quickly the weather can, and with it being a flood, it comes like a flood. It comes like a flood. So just imagine. Oh, that just hit me. Just imagine you're out and about. You haven't even put in your mind any tactics in, not just having storage at home, because you might be out in the streets like some of those people in San Diego out downtown, just your day to day, and you hadn't paid attention to the weather forecast, and so now you're out and about in the doggone streets, but and you don't have your provisions that you may have had at home stocked up. Boy, I bring them to the freaking yard. Do you hear me? I bring them out, bring them out. Just saying, bring them out, bring them out. Y'all need to be thinking about how the hell y'all gonna protect yourself. Y'all walk around here trying to gang stalk people. Y'all really need to be thinking about how you gonna protect your families, because this weather ain't no punk. You heard me? You ain't got out the car yet. You either. This weather ain't no doggone punk. And so let me get back on track. What I'm saying is, you might have provisions at home stocked up, but you need to get your mindset ready for action, ready to move, ready to act. Not freeze up, and ladies, not start hollering and screaming and panicking. You need to start knowing right now things are not going to get better, and that's just along all factors: weather, financial, okay, um, weather, financial. And these are the two major things that are going to be affecting people greatly. And so, if you don't have what was it in school for an escape plan, a plan of action, not only a plan of provisions in your home or in your car, but if you're out and about, like these people was down in San Diego in that flood of water. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I'm gonna get home and make a video. Let me see something. And a flood of water comes in on you. What are you gonna do? What is your mind fixed on that? No, your mind is fixed on going to the nail shop, and so you're behind at the nail shop and get washed away. No, you're not ready. Your behind is fixed on going to the bar, thinking everything is everything, and it is not. Just because you don't hear it from your local or national media people does not mean it's not happening. The changes are here. The changes are here. They are upon you right now. And you need to have an action plan how you are going to move, how you are going to maneuver. And if it's not just you out and about, caught off guard, how are you going to maneuver with your family? What? Look at just. I'm not telling you to be afraid. I'm not telling you to. I'm not promoting a fear or any of that, or prompting. What do they call it? Hold on for a minute. promoting any type of fear. What I'm trying to do is trying to tell you to be ready at any turn with any situation. Um, so I'm going to show you San Diego really quick. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. I'm fucking scared as fuck right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm hella scared. That whole place is done. Oh my God. Look at that. Hold on, that's not it. That's not it. Let me pull up some more for you. This is California. Yesterday. Yesterday. That's California yesterday. San Diego. Hold on, let me get one more for you. My house is flooding. And this is at someone's apartment. It's taking the bush, bro. And the kids laughing because they don't even understand the severity. Hold on, let me go into. Oh, I only had that one. Do y'all see how much water that is? That is a lot of freaking water. That's San Francisco, California. I mean, not San Francisco. Pardon me. That is San Diego, California. Okay? San Diego, California, flooded yesterday. And they have a tsunami. Y'all, tsunamis they have been mainly in China, the Philippines, and areas of that nature. So, as you see all of that water rush downtown, and these people said that never has happened to them, and they're caught off guard. So what I'm telling you is to pay attention to these weather phenomena. Pay attention and get in your mindset. How would you react? Women, if you're downtown, if you're somewhere out and about and you got your children, what is your action plan? What would you do? Are you just gonna stand there, scream, holler, and wait for a doggone? Hi, gang stalkers. Is that my main folks? So young folks, y'all wasting y'all life away. And we ain't got much time. The shift is here. They wasting their poor little life away. Young brothers. Anyway, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna react? Think about all types of scenarios, and think about the main scenario for where you're at. Like the main scenario, like these people know they live by water. Okay, is what I'm saying. Like the main scenario, and then take it from there. Build out on that. Like they know that. Hey, oh, long time no see. Tanya's in the building. Tanya is in the building. What's good, Tanya? From the land down under. I don't even know if I should call it Australia or Australasia. Hey. I hope your weather's doing okay down there. So hey guys, I'm just popping in here. I'm just like, what you gonna do? Think about the worst scenario. As far as these people know, they oh, I love you too. How they do it? Oh, hey, how they do it? Hearts. um, so them folks live by the water. I'm sure the weatherman has been saying something about, they're having a flat floods or rain. It's gonna be raining for the next whatever. And I know stuff may not have happened in your town. You may not have never heard about them. People in San Diego may not have never heard about no flash flood. And that was like a whole doggone river came through. Not just a flash flood of the water ankle level, river water. River water, okay? How's it? The weather here for the last 3 days has been foggy, y'all. So doggone foggy. Um, it has been, and then this is the thing. I don't know what's going on at night. I do. It sounds like it's a war in the doggone heavens. I'm hearing. It's like the noise I'm hearing. It sounds like thunder, but it sounds worse and harsher. Bye bye, God. Y'all get what y'all ain't about not nan thing. Ain't they ain't winning them about nothing. um, you are hot. Oh, we are in a heat wave. Ooh wee. Well, honey, all the whole world is about to experience this heat wave. And I feel for not just for Texas, because we get up into the hundreds. Okay, Texas on a regular summer day, it can hit the hundreds, right? It's about to burn some folks up. Okay, it is about to burn some folks up with this heat, and that is what you are seeing. Not only from just the summertime or the spring, you're seeing the effects of the earth heating up. That is why San Diego is seeing this rush of water. That is why San Diego is seeing this rush of river water, guys. River water up to here. Sometimes you hear flash flood. Stay at home. Do not cross low crossings, crosswalks. Flash flood. No, this was river water. That wasn't even a flash flood, honey. Nah, be ready. Know how to act. If you live in a place that has a potential for flooding, I don't care if it never happened before. You gotta check your surroundings now. Check your stats now before something happens. Before the flood comes in. How would you escape? How you gonna react? Let me show y'all. I'm hyped about it because you don't know. I personally was on a swim team. Okay, but this was when I was young. I ain't saying I know how I got the technique down, but I'm not saying I'm a perfect swimmer. But I know how to stay up over the water. Okay, some of y'all can't even float. Some of y'all can't even float. And some of y'all got babies and children, and it's not a flash flood that's going to be coming, but it's going to be river water. And today, because this happened yesterday when I'm getting ready to show you, today they're supposed to have a doggone tsunami warning. And I haven't got a chance to go check it yet. And a tsunami is a wall of water. Okay, let's get this. Oh my God, I'm fucking scared of fuck right now. I'm not gonna lie. What you gonna do, ladies? I'm talking to the ladies right now because this is urgent for you to understand this. if you don't have it in your mind about this. And I have the one where it came through the doggone club. Let me see if I can find the one where it came through the club. What are you going to do if you have your little ones with you? And have you trained them on what to do if water comes? You know, where's the flood? That was in San Diego yesterday. And then they're supposed to have a flash flood, not a flash flood, a tsunami. There's been a tsunami warning for San Diego, but for the whole of California, for the whole coastline of California, there's tsunami warnings. But the thing is, people are lackadaisical. People don't believe due to stink. That they don't believe it. They don't believe it. Hold on, let me see if I can find the one with the bar. I mean, it is horrible, y'all. Several flash floods sweep across the U.S. I'll look at that one later. But let's look at this. I haven't seen this one. Hold on. Let's look at this one. You got your picture, Sarge.
This is how high this water level was a little earlier, and obviously you can see. I don't know if they parked the cars in the front, but they're here now. That's for sure. Along with everything else that was around this neighborhood, it went all the way up to that window.
Okay, that's San Francisco. I mean, why did I keep something's gonna happen in San Francisco, y'all? I ain't trying to call y'all on nothing. Yeah, wow. But I keep saying San Francisco for a reason. But I've been saying on my platform. I said specific states. I even had to go back last night because I recall, y'all know when I had my dream about Michigan and I tried to warn, but I'm a small player, but whoever needs to hear, I hope they heard it. When I gave that dream about Michigan and that when the train derailed in Michigan, I had that dream. And then at the end of that dream, I had a dream about a huge wall of water. That was 10 months ago. 10 months ago, I had 2 dreams in one. And I said, I don't know. I came on later, and I was trying to find that live. And I said, I don't know if it's going to be New York or if it's going to be California. But there is going to be a massive flood. And most of the time, anybody pretty much from any movie can predict New York. Anybody, I mean, if you're paying attention, because in most movies, they put New York going underwater. But I know I said California. I know I said California. And not only did I say California, I mentioned about water, a massive wall of water. Now they got these folks in San Diego, they flooded. Now the whole of California, the coastline is there's been warnings and alerts to be prepared for a tsunami. A tsunami. Do y'all get it yet? No, y'all don't get it yet. Y'all not gonna get it yet until it's so many massive deaths. Then it's gonna be the shock wave for you, for the sleep folks. Because y'all think it's a game. This system is over, finito. Okay? Let me show you one more. Which one was it? I don't want to show. Come on, people. Because I am in. The weather's just like really foggy here. I mean, like I'm gonna get out. Matter of fact, I'll show y'all the weather here. It's like a deep fog. Like you can't see across the street, but just like a little bit of lights here. Okay. And that's been like for the last few days here in Texas. Zip what? Holly, troller, you're a troller. You better get up out of here, troller, before I bind you and send you back to Shield. Hey, you want to go back to Shield? That's past hell. I'm not gonna tell you to go to hell. I'm gonna send you the shield. So you better stop messing with me, troller. Okay? That's what you better stop doing. Because I'm telling you I'm trying to warn you. I'm trying to give you a chance. Okay? Don't you put another comment on the screen. If you do, you're gonna curse yourself. And that's coming from an almighty one right here, sitting here, troller. But look, check this out. Over here, you can't see. Yeah, you can put her in timeout, Tanya. Um, or him or her, Holly. Yeah, go on, put her in timeout. Look here. You can't hardly see across the street, right? From the fog. And I told you it sounded like some kind of war in the heavens, honey. I thought the ships had came. I thought the ships had came, honey. I thought the chariots was in the sky the last couple of days. They probably was up there because I think it was a battle, honey. I woke up out of my sleep singing, hands up, singing. Shoot, I started to come on live so I can sing for y'all too. Because some of y'all don't know y'all be struggling and going through things. And let me tell you something that breaks not only, and I know I was talking about the doggone the weather. I'm gonna get back to that. But singing, y'all don't understand the power of singing. How that changes the atmosphere too. But anyway, I thought it was. I don't know what was going on in the sky. It sounded like a heavenly war, honey. But I told y'all it's been sounding like that for the last few days, and I think they brought those clouds in so we can't see what the heck is going on. California, y'all better get it right, get it tight. Have a action plan. Know how to react. Women know how to react with your babies. Especially and pay attention when these people, if they even give you a warning, because half the time they're not gonna give you one because they don't know. They don't know a lot of this stuff. They don't know when the earth getting ready to crack open. But no, if it does, I mean, I'm not saying you're gonna be the best at surviving like major flash floods, but you might have a chance if you know what to do. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying be the ultimate survivalist. All I'm saying is just have the skill set, or just don't let your mind be idle in these days and times, okay? Because it can't be. Don't, I'm sitting in my car right now. I don't advise this for any female. No female to sit in their car in front of a store, in front of anything. But I'm paying attention to my surroundings. It might look like I'm nervous as hell. I'm not nervous. I'm paying attention to my surroundings. But some of you, men and women, y'all be in your cars down, head down like a mug, not paying attention to nothing. And that's all I'm telling you. We are in times that are different. Times that are different. Okay? Nikki, they have $5,000. 5G towers. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know I need a new, let me tell you, I know I need a new cell phone, but because how the hackers and the stalkers that have gotten to my phones and stuff. But let me tell you something. I'd rather not. Not because with all, they only upgrade to make it worse for us. They only upgrade to get, and if you're not a young jitterbug just wanting a phone so you can show off and floss, I don't subscribe to no upgrades because, like Tanya said, they got 5G towers everywhere. Ready to zap you. They already zapping you already. When I come on here, sometimes my face is like so swollen because we get zapped with radiation. If you're not, you probably don't even know that you're being zapped with radiation, and not even if you're not a targeted individual, you're getting zapped with radiations just by your cell phone and all these other devices that we have. This is, man, we tell you as targeted individuals, they trying to really take us out. They trying to take everybody out, quiet as it's kept. Everything, the food don't taste the same. You wonder why the food don't taste the same because it's poisoned. It's grown in labs. It's 3D made. But you got so many people that are asleep. So many people that just cannot, just don't want to wake up. They love the matrix. They love the illusion. What is that man that was in the Matrix? He was like the Judas of the Matrix in the movie. He set his own team up. Oh, thank you. Oh, yes. Girl, stressed bisexual. I just saw your name up here, Lord. Let's pray for stressed bisexual. I don't want you to be bisexual, and definitely I don't want you to be stressed. So let me put my hands on this right here. I'm praying for stressed bisexual here. But thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Um, Let me say this. Y'all be ready, because the times they have changed. Um, Women, be on the lookout. Uh, Pay attention to your surroundings, and that's all I can. That's all I can say, and that's what I will continue to promote. Um, don't be lax, guys. We also have to realize that America uh, is under siege. Okay, it is under siege by all of the influx of um, immigrants that have come into America. They're calling them immigrants, but they are not just immigrants. In my belief, they are skilled and trained fighters. Okay, and some of them are. Okay, I'm not going to say, because some of them are just immigrants. Some of them are, um, you know, some of them are the low life of whatever culture they came from, because all cultures have good people, upstanding people, and low life. Okay, that's just how it is. And so some of those low life, they have made it into America as well. America, the Most High says she's going to make America sit in the ground. That's why, let me speak to you, you gang stalkers out here. Do you realize what's going on? Do you realize what's going on? You are going to be affected by this as well. You are going to be affected by this as well. Some of you targeted individuals. What is the status of your gang stalking? Has it increased or has it diminished? That would be interesting to know. Has your gang stalking, the following, has it increased or diminished? Because we also recognize your ebb and flows, because that's part of the tactics, that's part of the program. Has it, for you targeted individuals, has your gang stalking increased or decreased? Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. Mark that down, because I guarantee, I'm not saying it's going to be over for this program all at once, but I guarantee you're going to see a decrease. You're going to see a decrease, because America is, it's over. It's a wrap. The Most High said He's going to make her sit in the ground. She's hoard out herself. She's hoard out herself, and she thinks that she has a hand on all of the places where she's put her grimy paws. But they don't even want anything to do with America anymore. They have Russia here. You all think that China owns the majority of America land, which they pretty much do. They pretty much do. But Russia is creeping in as well in America. I was talking about the immigrants, and to be careful of your surroundings at all costs, because some of those immigrants are highly trained. Some of them come from Russia, Ukraine. Why would they need to cross the border of Texas and Mexico, the border of wherever they're crossing over by California? Why would they need to cross those borders, immigrants from Russia? Ukraine. That's because they dropped them off in Mexico. They dropped them off in Honduras. They dropped them off there and had them cross. America is under siege, gang stalkers. Do you realize that? You are about to be the prey. You prey upon innocent civilians that have did nothing. That have did nothing in this society wrongful to anyone. Only wrongful to the person or the company, are just born a child that is blessed, a chosen child. And you are going to be the ones that are going to be turned into the prey because there is an influx. And they have not been indoctrinated by this system known as America. They've been indoctrinated by the system known as their country that they came from, that they sat in, while America sat high on her horse, on her beast, on her dragon, and flew and raped all of these so-called third world countries. Well, there's an influx of those children that are now grown. And now the roosters are coming home to roost. So you gang stalkers who have lived here in America and enjoyed the fruits of America and whatever you have chose to do with your life, and you did not do the dream that we were in the illusion. I can't lie. We all, but half of us did not take the route of hurting people, the route of stalking people, the route of just an easy way. And if you did, some of them, they changed their lives. But they're now being stalked and followed. That's because they probably always was chosen. But that does not negate what is getting ready to happen to you. Because, see, when you abuse and misuse people who had begged for help, people who wanted help, people who seeked asylum when your laws were established, America, but you went and you raped and you took their resources to feed your belly. Now their children are coming in. And they're not going to know the difference between me or you, gang stalker, who was raised here in America. What they're going to do is they're going to take from you as well. While you're here in the land of so-called plenty, raping and pillaging and hurting and stalking and following your own family, because anyone who has been here, that's what you consider your family. Whether white, red, black, purple, you have been here contributing to this society, thinking that you were making a difference. But you have your own family members eating, zombieing off of you. But now they have unleashed a flood. Not only is the weather being affected, but there is a flood. America's under siege. And while you sit here and you cannibalize your own people, and I'm talking to the gang stalkers, while you cannibalize your own people that have suffered, had to go through different levels, just because they might not have been in the ghetto, just because they might have had a little more than you, but you don't know their story. You don't know their pain. You don't know their sorrows. But they were here in America. They made different decisions, but they didn't cannibalize off of you. And that's not just to say that all of the stalkers are from the ghetto. You doctors, you lawyers, you people who run the government, allowing this cannibalization of the people who were here to help you be able to sit where you sit while you watch the demise of this world. They are coming for you too. Because you abused these people. You abused their parents. You killed their parents. You destroyed their land. And now there's an influx of them coming in from Ukraine, coming in from Mexico, coming in from all over Russia. And they're not here to be friends with you. They're here because they feel that this is the land of the plenty. And they're here to take. They're already pillaging up in rich neighborhoods, portraying themselves to be workmen, coming into your homes. They're not coming into the ghettos. They dropped them off in the ghettos. They're allowing them to go to the ghettos. Think about this. They're sending them into Chicago and in the city, but they're branching out to you fat cows that sit in your plush homes on the hills. While you thought you had your gang stalkers doing your devious dirt, they're coming for you too. Remember that. Those children that had watched their parents suffer, hungry and cold, they're coming for you, America. They're coming for you, gang stalkers. They're not going to know the difference between you as a gang stalker or you as just an American citizen. They're coming for what you have. And you have no alliance because you cannibalize your own. And so you will reap what you have sown. You will see the fruits of your labor. Nothing is going to be the same. This has to burn down before it will be renewed. But if you keep sleeping and dreaming and wanting the illusion, you are going to be the one who might burn down in the process with this new beginning that's getting ready to be upon us. You will be in the ashes. But I know a lot of you gang stalkers are young. And you think that this is an old lady just a talking. It used to be a time where people show respect to their elders. That time is over. But if you are wise, you will listen to wise elders, because all people who are older are not wise. People who are telling you wise things. Some people don't understand when they're having an issue, when they're dealing with demonic beings, when they're under depression, when what do they call it, bipolar. You're dealing with demonic entities. Some people don't understand how to differentiate the difference between demonic and good. It is simple. People hear thoughts in their head. It is simple. What is it saying to you? Is it saying to be demonic, do something demonic, go on demon time, rape, pillage, steal, plunder? Well, then you're dealing with something demonic. Cast it down and bind it. Is it telling you be right? Do people how you would want to be treated? Do your best. Work. Save up for times of famine. Then you might just be dealing with the righteous. And then you weigh the cost if you're hearing these voices. A lot of people like to say the V2K. But some people don't realize these are demonic voices you may be hearing in your head. Weigh the cost. These are the fruits of their labor too, the fruits of their being, the fruits of the spirits. What are you hearing? This is the same when it comes to people talking to you. You may not see my day to day, my life, what I go through. Let me turn this car off. I'm just burning gas like I lost my doggone mind. What I go through. But have I wavered? Have I wavered in what I've told you from the time I've come onto this platform? Have I wavered? You have to judge people by their fruits. And I know in this time it has seemed so hard, but let me tell you, the veil is dropping. There is no more hiding. The light is shining through. There is no more hiding. The line is drawn in the sand. You are going to know who is good and who is bad, who wears the not red hat, who wears the white hat, who wears the black hat. You are going to know the polarities. You are going to know the difference because the veil is dropping from the demonic, from the spiritual realm to the material, to the carnal. You will see people for who they are. You don't have to be in my home. You don't have to be. But if I present myself on these platforms, you definitely will see people for who they are and what they represent. And I tell you, this is the time to start aligning yourself with righteous people. And people you don't, let me not. This is the time. I knew that this time was building. I was if there was a few things that I wanted to do. Had I had more support going for that lawsuit, there were things I wanted to do, and if you have been on my platform, if you had been watching me, I'm not talking about the gang stalkers. I'm talking about people who are true targeted individuals. If you had been watching me from the time I gave my testimony about me being gang stalked, about my job mobbing, about me finding out what is going on, what is going on in my life. Had you at any time been watching me from the beginning of my introduction to this platform, I didn't come on here flossing. I didn't come on here like you would see people that would do in the world who wants attention. I didn't come on here saying, "Oh, I work at a Fortune 500 company," and no, I tried to keep that hush to the bare minimum. You only heard about where I worked and what I did in my latter years going through this program. And there was a reason why I never said where I worked, what I did professionally, and if it was associated with any celebrities, any Hollywood figures. Never. You, if you have been following me, only heard that information in my latter time here on this platform. And if you did any research, any digging, you went down further in my uh, um, videos and saw some of the things I did. if you were trying to know the fruits of somebody, the spirit. I didn't floss. I did not show off because I am a real person, and I was going and I'm still going through real life situations as I know it in this matrix. So when I presented myself on this platform, I wanted you to see me as a person. I did not want you to see my profession. I did not want you to know my educational level. I did not want you to know the people that I have associated with. I wanted you to see me because I wanted the authenticity of people, and I wanted you to see my authentic self. With that being said, knowing the hell that I was going through while I was employed by that company, if you had been paying attention, I said, you know, what I would have loved to do for this community was build some kind of compound. I even did videos and showed you tiny homes, a tiny home cluster, an idea. I even said, what I even gave polls. What would you guys think would be better? Would it be tiny homes or mobile homes or trailers? We can grow fruit. I was saying these things for a reason, knowing the hell that I was going through at my former employer's office, knowing the hell that it was at an incline and getting ready to climax. I was asking this community, what do you want? Do you think? And people did respond. People came on the live. But I was doing that for a specific reason because I had no wants of my own. I didn't want I didn't want a mansion, a huge home. Matter of fact, if you talk to anyone who know me, I've always been hollering about a tiny home for myself before I was even introduced or awakened to this community. But the problem here, or the problem not even in this community, the problem with people in and of themselves is they are so fixated with the flash. They are so fixated with people who show them what glitters, what is golden. So my words may have fallen on deaf ears when I was saying, this is what I want to do for the community. Tiny home village, mobile home maybe to start, bring trailers, get land so that we can be able to farm, get land by water, rivers already established so that we won't have to drill wells from the beginning. I have videos down in my archives to prove such things. But I was trying to come to you as me, not as what the world perceived me to be. So going through and trying to fight for this lawsuit was not only for me, that money would have been for land. That money would have been for housing to build the cluster of tiny homes. Would I have said that they were tiny homes for targeted individuals? That's stupid. No, I would not have said that. I would have vetted the people that have already been coming into my platform, talking, communicating. That's just like I did not come onto my platform telling you all of my business, what was going on with a lawsuit. You don't do that. But we have to get better as people with our discernment of other people, because you miss out on your own blessings. You miss out on your own blessings because you as people, if someone are, and this is just worldwide. I've noticed this, even working, in the with celebrities and things of that nature. I have noticed that when people already have money, or look, are perceived to have money, people want to give them more money. But let you look, or let you not just look average, and say you're going through something, or you're trying to do something that nobody has no words. Maybe a couple of folks, maybe one caboose, maybe one or two may have a couple of words, may have some support. But because you only are looking on the surface of people, and your discernment only is only, you have only graduated to the surface of people. And I'm not even saying that you have to be spiritual. I'm not even saying that. But that is what you need to be able to vet people, because it's not the surface. It's not the shell. It is always the spirit. But you look at the outer. So you would rather give money to somebody who's flashing gold chains and diamond rings, as they already have it. And half of that is a facade. Half of that stuff is rented. Half of that is not who they are. So I'm just saying that because that's the only, if I had to say I had a regret of not filing and pushing forward with this lawsuit, because I know, I know I would have won. And the only regret is not being able to build the community that I had planned on building. For people who are truly out here hurting and struggling, I mean, I literally put thought into even its growth, from a vetting center being a different housing compound, not letting certain people come into the whole of the compound. And I say compound because that's what they call it. CIA, FBI, whoever's watching. Not like we doing no Waco. I don't want to stick in Waco. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a place of refuge. So the first refuge center would have been a vetting center, but it would have been a housing center, which people would stay for however long their vetting process would be, because masks do fall. People do show themselves, because spirits do hide in the crevices in the dark of your body, your mind. So that is what my only, I guess, big regret is for not completing or pursuing or being able to go forth with this lawsuit, is having the money to build a refuge center. Not just a center, land, a community, sustainability. But when we look at each other's outer appearance, and vet people, and hold back, sometimes you hold back on your own blessings, wanting to rub elbows with the wrong people, wanting to rub elbows with the wrong people. You stifle your own blessings. So get in the habit, maybe today, tonight, of being able to discern people by the Spirit, by the fruits of their spirit, not by what you see them driving, the clothes that they're wearing, the jewelry that they're wearing, by their spirit. And if they are wearing this jewelry and this clothing, and they do have substantial wealth, you still discern them by their spirit. Because there will be people with wealth that you will run into, that you will come into communications with, interactions with. Because if Yahweh Shai didn't have a wealthy man put him in his own funeral burial grounds, his own, I don't even know what they call it. It was in the rocks. What do they call that? Sarcophagus? No. I don't know what they call it. But it was a wealthy man that gave up his own burial plot. The rock was already carved. The burial ground was already prepared. They prepared their burial grounds in advance. And these were wealthy people. So, after the death of Yahweh Shai, there was a wealthy person, a man who offered his plot. So, with that being said, I'm not saying all wealthy people are not good people or are decent people, but we really have to do better. We have to do better with discerning people, helping people, because you never know, the help that you had gave that day might have been the ultimate blessing for you. So I think that's the only that would be the only regret, because I have no need for worldly things. I got rid of so many worldly things, so somebody birthday? Please say happy birthday to me. My name, Tanya got you. Tanya said it. I don't do birthday. Happy Earth Day. You walking this earth, I'm walking. Yes, indeed. You were only born one day. So why are you celebrating birthdays? You're not birthed every time you're a day that you were welcome into this realm. You were only born one day. So Earth Day. How about that? Well, I ain't changing nothing. I don't celebrate, but Tanya got you. Tanya held you down. Yeah, so y'all just be prepared. This is it's a different day. But you are in you I mean, my goodness. You made it here. I'm literally I'm shocked. I'm truly shocked that I am in this day and time, because I do remember. And I know some people that used to go to church, because I used to go to church. I used to be all wrapped up in. I do remember them always saying, "Oh yes, Jesus coming back," and yeah. And everybody, when do you get this win? But then if you stayed there and you heard the different prophecies, right? You heard the different prophecies, like the war that's going on right now in Iran. I mean not Iran, but Israel. I heard those prophecies when I was young. And you hear the prophecies of what's happening and what's going to happen in this great land of milk and honey, America. And it's happening right before my eyes. And for you young folks, y'all don't even understand. Some of y'all think it's a crying shame to be or get as old as I am, and don't even understand. That's a blessing because see, I'm blessed to see the beginning of a new 1,000-year reign. The beginning. Now, who makes it into the millennial kingdom? I don't know. I hope I do. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want my soul to be just floating around. Because you don't die just keeping it a book. But that energy got to go somewhere. You feel me? And I'd rather it go somewhere pleasant. I'd rather my energy continue on somewhere pleasant. You feel me? Okay. But that 1,000-year reign, you are in the beginning of greatness. And it seems like, oh my goodness, it seems hard, and especially for targeted individuals. But what keeps me going? After nights that I don't sleep because you're having, they some would say ascension sickness. But not only on top of ascension sickness, because I say ascension sickness because of the polar shifts, and this is scientific. The polar shifts that are occurring, and the atmosphere that is a changing, and the sun that is heating up, not only from the outer but from the inner. Your body is changing. So on top of that, as targeted individuals, your body is getting bombarded with radiation and these energy weapons. You must be a mighty, mighty person, a mighty, mighty being, you targeted individuals. For on top of what is taking place from just the natural world that you're in, that is changing, that's causing climate frequencies to happen, and your body is being bombarded, and then these perps are sending directed energy waves to you, radiation. You can't tell me that some of you are not of the 144,000. You can't tell me because you're taking too much. Your this weakened vessel is taking too much. So some of you, I just feel that you just may be part of the elite army of the 144,000 for the brutality that your body is taking, not only from the changes in the atmosphere, but from these evil, diabolical beings here. I just feel that you just may be one of the 144,000 elite army. And one will kill thousands. One of you will take out thousands of them. Thousands. Go look at these video games where you see these little, just one person shooting a gun, and like these zombies they're just coming everywhere. I don't even know the name of these games. I see the commercials, and these zombies are just everywhere. That's the 144,000. That one person with the machine gun, and all these zombies coming, and they're just wiping out. The 144,000, no backup like you see in those games, will take out hundreds of thousands. So stay strong, because these vessels, they may be weak, but they know the spirit that lies within. You 144,000, you targeted individuals, you chosen ones, I am out, and much, much love.